guys, it's Martina and it is a new year, which means it is time for a new monthly plan with me. This month I am doing January and I'm doing it in my Erin Condren, which is my first monthly plan with me for my Erin Condren, so I'm super excited about it. I don't love the colors, but we'll work with that. But before we get into this, let's look back at December. This was my December spread. This was in my plum paper planner, which is why the layout is slightly different, but I loved how it looked. December was a very good month for me. It was my birthday up here. It was Christmas. It was my best friend's birthday. I found out I'm getting a niece, which is awesome. And I had 1,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel, which is amazing and awesome. And it was just so exciting. It was a good month, good way to end the year. And it was just awesome all around. I love the way that this turned out. It was fun and festive and colorful, and I could see everything neatly, and I just really liked the way that this turned out. So I'm hoping to stick with something very similar to this for this month. So for this month of January, as I said, I'm not crazy about the orange, but I might try to cover that up. We'll see how this goes. I do know I want to have it be a very wintry spread, so I have a ton of my snowflake-ish washies. These 4 are all from Michaels. This one was from an Etsy shop called I Love Designs, I believe. I of course have my stickers that I make, so I have my subscriptions tracker. This tracks Birchbox, Ipsy, Julep, Rainbow Honey, my Proactive, Hulu and Netflix, Gym, and Audible. So I have all of those. I have a section that has the date that it gets paid and then the date that it gets delivered if it's a subscription box. I have boxes that I print off for my videos. I like to keep track in my monthly view of which videos are going up and how many I'm doing each week. I also have my spending trackers. These I use to track big expenses. I have stickers to keep track of when my bills are due, and I did these kind of differently than the last month. The previous months I would have just a blank box and then I would write on it. This month I have it printed on there. I also printed some little papers for payday. I have my empty boxes for writing events that go on throughout the month whenever they come up. And then I also have a ton of like little samplery snowflakes boxes and stuff like that. I have some from One Orange Snowflake, the Alex Studio, which is now Little Dog Paper Co., and Peanut Butter Taco. I also have kind of like decorative sheets, so I have one from One Orange Snowflake. I have this orders sheet from Pop Fizz Paper. This came in last month's subscription box, and I liked this because you can write down where you ordered from, what you ordered, when you get it, when you pay for it, stuff like that. So I liked this. I have a decorative sheet from the Alex Studio. This is just snowflakes. This is another sheet from Pop Fizz Paper. I liked this because it had these scales and the colors match the January theme, so I figured it would kind of fit in with this. But I do weigh myself on the first of every month, so I like that it had these scales on here. I have this sheet from the Alex Studio. This came in their December monthly kit, I believe, and I liked this for this Happy New Year sticker. I'm going to stick that on the first. I have another decorative sheet. This is also from the Alex Studio, and then I have a few more sheets from Pop Fizz Paper just because they match the color scheme. I thought maybe they might be useful for something. And then I want to do the 52-week savings challenge, and I have this sheet from I have this sheet from Oh Hello Stationery Co. This came in the January subscription box, so I'm going to stick those on there. The first thing I'm going to do is washi tape. I'm going to tape off this top section on both sides as well as this gold section along the side here. snowflake washies that I ended up using. I did washi tape the last few days out of December, and you can still see the orange up here, but that doesn't bother me too much actually, because I kind of feel like I can throw in more colors and stuff into the spread. So what I'm going to do first is take my letters. These are just some letter stickers from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to spell out January up here. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not going to spell out January because it's right here and this is attached to that, so there's no point really. So I'm just going to use that space up there as decoration. I'm going to do my sidebar over here real quick. So the first sticker I have to put up there is this one that says monthly goals. So I have 2 goals that I'm going to put down, and to mark those I'm going to use this sheet that came from the One Orange Snowflake Winter Mystery Box, and I'm just going to use some of these stickers right here. So the first 2 things I want to keep track of is this month is going to be a no spend month as well as a no soda month. So those are 2 things that I'm going to write up there. Then I have a few things that I'm going to keep track of. And to mark those down, I think I'm going to use these boxes from the Alex Studio. And I have 3 boxes I'm going to put down. There's those 3, and then there is just enough room in between there to put my monthly subscriptions tracker. So there is my sidebar. For these ones down here, I want to start tracking my views on my YouTube, like the video views. So I'm going to write down where I'm at the beginning of the month and then where the month ends. I'm also going to write that down for the subscribers on my YouTube channel, and then I'm also going to write down my amount for my savings account. So that is done. Next I'm going to go through and put down my paydays as well as the dates that my bills are due. They're all of my important days I need to remember. Next, I'm going to go through and put in birthdays and big events. So the first thing I'm going to put down is my Happy New Year sticker from the Alex Studio, and I think I'm going to put something down behind it first. I just have one of my boxes I'm going to stick down first, and then stick this right on top of it. There's that. On the 4th is my friend Kelly's birthday. And then from this One Orange Snowflake sheet, I'm going to take one of these banners up here. And then I have a cupcake from Planet Out Loud. I'm going to use one of these ones. On the 11th is Jasmine's birthday, who is my beagle, if you didn't know. So I'm going to do the same thing, put a box down and a banner. And then I have my beagle stickers from Vintage Gypsy Road. I'm going to take one of those and stick that on here. That. I think that's cute. I think that's all the birthdays and big events for January. On the 1st is a day that I usually like to weigh myself just to see where I'm at. So I'm going to use my stickers from Pot Fizz paper, and I think I'm going to use a gray one. I also want to stick on there my challenge. So I'm going to just start by putting them all down on Saturday. I'm going to start with 1, of course. On the 2nd, I start house sitting for my aunt, so I want to mark that down. I don't really have any stickers to kind of mark anything on there, so I'm just going to use the winter icon sheet from One Orange Snowflake and use one of these asterisks. On the 23rd, we are celebrating my uncle's birthday. He's turning 40. I'm going to stick a box up here and take one of these banners from this One Orange Snowflake kit. This was part of the Winter Mystery Box. On the 27th, there's an event called the Snowfest that goes on in a city or a town really close to me, and they do like ice sculptures and stuff like that, and it's starting on the 27th and it runs for a week, but I'm going to put that it starts on this day. And I think my little icon for that is going to be this wintry fox. I think it is so cute. And then I'm going to put up my video tracker stickers for the videos I know are going up. Either they're already up while you're watching this, or it's going to be Monday, but for the first was my 2016 New Year's resolution / goals. This is this video you're watching right now. And then Monday's plan with me. Okay, so next all I have left to do is to decorate. There is my finished spread for this month. The orange does kind of bother me, but I guess I'll deal with it. But I like the way that this is turning out. I am excited to see how it looks throughout the rest of the month, but for right now, I really like the way it looks. I love how my sidebar looks. I wasn't utilizing it very much when I had my bills due, or my bills tracker over here. So I'm hoping that this way it'll get used and will be a nice way to keep track of certain things. Leave a comment down below. Let me know how you guys decorated your January spread. If you guys use your January spread at all, I want to know how you guys use it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you real soon. Bye!